Hello and welcome to this urgent weather update. Severe weather alert. We have tornado warning in effect for Monmouth County right now. All right, this is heavy rain. It's just, all right. I don't know why the tornado warning is not popping up unless it expired, but there's a red box right there that has a tornado warning in it. I think that's a tornado warning for northern Monmouth County. Looking at the radar, you can see the tornado warning right here on the radar. Let's get that up on the screen here. First of all, that's the sky. We'll go over that in a moment. But let's. That was the sky earlier today. Classic thundery sky. Unfortunately, once again, the big gap. No action for us. We're just going to see a rainy mess. But severe thunderstorm. This thunderstorm actually produced tornadoes in Pennsylvania. We'll go to the SPC and look at that in a moment. But you can see there is a tornado warning out for it into northern Monmouth County right now. Let's take a look at the closer high-resolution radar. Let's see if this warning is still or it has been dropped. It looks like it was finally dropped. So it is. The line is weakening, but if we look at the loop, you'll see that there was a tornado warning earlier. I don't know if there was a reported tornado, but we just got heavy rain over here right now with this line of thunderstorms and some flash flood warning. I saw one pop up there as well. So yeah, this is the line that's coming through right now. And it was impressive earlier, but as you see, it's not a whole lot going on, barely even any lightning at this point. So it was looking very impressive a little while ago when I made that post, but unfortunately it's, as always, falling apart as it hits the marine air. Not a surprise, not at all a surprise, because when you look at the temperatures, you see how much warmer it is here in Jersey. We got mid-60s, but if you take a look at New York City and Long Island, temperatures are in the mid-50s. So that is why that's why it's falling apart. But there are some special weather statements. Southern Nassau County coastal flood statement this evening through late tonight. And for the city, for the boroughs, it looks like we have a flood advisory in effect until 12:15. So there's going to be some heavy rain. They may have to push that into Long Island too as well. But there's that tornado warning. It is gone from the map right now. We don't know if there was any tornadoes or not. But let's go to the Storm Prediction Center and take a look. And you can see they extended that slight risk up into our area, though now they've kind of pushed it back again. So it looks like there was one reported tornado. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the maps, and I think that was in Pennsylvania. There was a tornado report. I think there was. I don't see that red splotch on the map. I only see, no, there's only tornado report in Louisiana, but I thought I've heard reported of a tornado in Pennsylvania. At least that's what someone told me. But we do have a lot of wind reports as well with these storms that occurred. Power outages, let's see how if the storms have caused power outages. Not too bad. They're dealing with ice storm power outages in Michigan, but for New Jersey, we only have 1,078. Pennsylvania, 6,459. And for New York, 1,383. So it's just going to be a rainy mess basically with this line, and that's basically what we're dealing with here. If we look at the high temperatures today, first of all, you'll see that over Long Island it was cooler. We only had 50s, but as you go to the west, and the sun broke out in Nassau County, we got up into the upper 60s, but that didn't happen in Suffolk. They had to deal with the low clouds. And then around 70 in the city, and then well into the 70s for New Jersey, mid-70s, and even 80 degrees in much of New Jersey, all the way down to Toms River. So much higher there. Really did overperform there quite a bit. Looking at our statistics right now, and we'll keep an eye on the radar and see if anything develops. But you can see that's a weakening line right there. It's falling apart. You can see that. I mean, it looks. You can see it looks like you got some decent rain here, but there's not a lot of lightning with it. But that's because it's much hotter there, and that's why the energy for the storms is over there. I'm not at all surprised, though we've seen how that. So if we go look at Islip, for instance, today, high of only 59 and a low of 46, just a trace of precipitation. But if we go look at Newark, which is on the other end, 80 degrees for a high. That's 24 degrees above normal. Low 47 puts us 17 degrees above normal for the day. So much hotter in Jersey. It was really the tale of two areas. Almost Long Island was sort of like in the backdoor cold front, and Jersey was in the warm airflow that we got. Looking at our satellite, you'll see the front here as well. You can see these storms blossoming on the satellite as well. I just want to roll this back to like 96 frames here. So you can see that area did break out into the sun, But Suffolk County did not. They had a lot of that fog hanging on. And now I'm going to show you some pictures of the clouds I took today. So this is the sky today, and you'll see here that we had that low marine layer that was broken up, and then we had some of these higher level these altocumulus clouds. And I started taking pictures of them because these are altocumulus castellanus clouds, definitely bearing the resemblance of altocumulus castellanus. And when you see clouds like this, that is a sign of instability in the atmosphere, and that could be the sign for, again, getting some severe thunderstorms. But unfortunately, we did not see that. We're not going to see that here. So those are pretty clouds, though. Altocumulus castellanus, they're called. Very pretty. But when you see those type of clouds, you know you're dealing with. And then as I got to late, the clouds kind of rolled back in again on us. So it was a day of fighting the marine clouds. But if you were inland in most of Nassau, except for the South Shore, you weren't really dealing with those marine clouds too much. So severe weather is probably not going to be a threat. We'll keep an eye on it. Lightning strikes, not really many. Again, it's mostly over Jersey where it's hotter. It was much hotter there. So if you take a look at the difference in what the day was like, you'll see that an Islip high of 54, or it's 54 right now. But if you look at Islip and you see the temperatures, they were reporting mist. Looks like they had some mist and fog out there. Luckily, we didn't have to deal with any of that in Nassau County. But over there, 50s for the most part all day, and very damp, saturated air. Visibility was down quite a bit with some fog, less than a mile. And then for Farmingdale, it was a little bit better. I think they broke out into some sunshine, and they had some sun, but you see back and forth from the mist. But then if we go and we look at Miller Air Park, we go to the other extreme here, where they were in the warm sector. And by the way, there is severe weather. It looks like over the Delmarva. It's not our area. But if you look at Miller Air Park, where it's still 63, got up to 79, so almost 80 degrees, and humid too. Dew points were in the 60s too. So this is the kind of fuel for thunderstorms, and that's why. But when that starts moving out of that overheated air, we don't see the same kind of action. So I really don't think we're going to see any severe weather on Long Island. Yeah, this line's definitely kind of fizzling out now. You can see fizzling out. Again, we'll take a look at the high-resolution radar, which is much better. And you can see the line just fizzling out. There are some downpours here. But for the most part, as it hits the marine air, you can see it kind of just becomes a big rainy mess. And that's what's going to happen with this whole system. So March is sort of going out like a lion instead of a lamb, depending on where you are. Here it's going to be, I guess, just rainy. So we're going to be dealing with some rain. So I'll just briefly show you the models. Although I don't do the outlooks and anything anymore, we are kind of entering a new month, and I also want to go over the statistics for March when they become available, because I'm sure it was very much above normal. But as far as this week goes, this does move out of here. High pressure builds in for tomorrow, fair weather, cooler weather. Then that high starts to move offshore Wednesday, and then unfortunately after that, it's going to be just more days with rain chances. Thursday, a backdoor front, a front tries to move through. Friday, kind of gets hung up. And the weekend looks pretty damn sucky at this point with stall front syndrome. And that could linger into part of Monday too. So just to give you that idea. And we're going to be back and forth with the temperatures as well this week. So I'll just go to the HRRR just to show you. And we'll look at the HRRR and see how it's modeling this as well with this line. You can see, yeah, it just kind of fizzles when it gets out here. And so it's just going to be rain, and then we don't have to deal with any precipitation. We'll actually have a dry day for tomorrow and a dry day for Wednesday. We're actually going to string 2 dry days together, which has been very hard to do lately. And you see that the wind shifts over to the northwest. Drier air moves into the picture tomorrow. A little bit breezy. And then you can see there's some really nice colder air that builds over Maine. We're not going to get into that. And then this is they're looking at the dew points. You see the wind swing to the east, and then they'll swing back to the south on Thursday, bringing in warmer air again. And again, tonight, by morning, we'll probably have upper 30s. Tomorrow, it'll be cooler. Definitely cooler. Highs only in the low to middle 50s probably. Tomorrow night, it'll be cool. 30s. maybe even some 20s if we get radiational cooling. And then Wednesday, much cooler with the east wind, and they're going to see the clouds increasing too. So, and again, we're just going to go over these precipitation chances that we're going to have here. Before I do that, let me just go back to the HRRR and see how much rain is going to fall with this system tonight. So yeah, actually a lot. We're going to see a lot of rain. So it will be a rainy mess, and over an inch for a lot of areas again. So yeah, the drought is really over, folks, and now we're in a rainy, dreary pattern. So enjoy the sunshine while you can, I guess, is what I'm saying. So we'll go over the statistics for March when they're available, and take a look a little bit about how this month is going to go. But again, the severe weather, I think, is winding down right now in our area. I think it's winding down. We'll go ahead and we'll look at just a few more things here. So this is just a lot of rain at this point. There's no lightning here. We'll go here. There's no lightning. There's a few lightning strikes over Freehold, but there really isn't much lightning with these. It's mostly just rain. Whoops. Mostly just rain, as you see here. And that's what we're going to see tonight. So a rainy mess for Long Island, and it's going to be raining for much of the night until the wee hours of the morning, and finally starts drying up. Oh, the skies. I almost forgot about that. See, this is why I don't... I'm not too good at these. I mean, maybe if you think I am, I appreciate it, but I forget things. So here you go. Here's the skies, and they'll clear out tomorrow, and maybe a few clouds around, but then Wednesday we'll have increasing high clouds. So tomorrow is the best day to really have a sunny day and enjoy the sunshine, because it's really the only sunny day of the week we're going to have, I think. So I just want to look at one other thing. I want to just go back to the HRRR and just look at some of the soundings for tomorrow. We'll pick 16Z, we'll pick 17Z, we'll pick 16Z. Over Long Island we'll pick, let's see. These lines are a little close together. We got a little bit of mid and upper here. And then for over New Jersey, you see a little bit of it too, but I think we'll be okay. We should have mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds around, but I think that's your best day for sunshine. So that's it. Severe weather-wise, I think things are winding down. It's just going to be a wet night, and I'll go over the statistics for March, hopefully tomorrow or the next day when they become available. Good night.